Good morning and welcome back to another episode on the Coin King channel. I am your host, Down to Crypto TA. Looks like on Sunday, we got that liquidity grab from the lows down here. I've been looking for that little sell side liquidity there. A little bit of a bounce up, but we're hitting the prior support, and it is acting as resistance at the moment. We are under the cloud. One of my indicators that I wasn't using here, decided I needed to pop this baby back in here. And this is my QTD right here. So you can see how we're just, underneath this cloud right here. Um, my scale is trying to get the push in here, but I mean, obviously we're making those lower lows and those lower highs right now. We could just continue to go sideways a little bit, maybe even pop down here and hit this ray in here today. I don't think we're going to get through here as easy. Um, you know, too easily. Like this was a monster right here. We already were felling right here around this resistance area in here. Um, Talked about this on the channel. My last stream on Friday, the bit of resistance that we have in there. Um, We'll see how we hold up in here. Maybe come back down here one more time, take this liquidity in here. We failed there. We got this trend line through here. I wouldn't see a reason to not take this liquidity that's sitting right here. It's just, I mean, it's a challenge right now. We'll see what sort of position we can get out of this today. But that is where we're at here on this 4 hour time frame. Take a look over here, just barely holding on to that 786 at the moment. Let's move forward here underneath this trend line right here. I don't think we have that issue over here though. No, we're still holding above this one. Getting closer and closer to that monthly close, and that candle is looking pretty nasty. Um, and we lose that channel, and we see ourselves down here somewhere. That's not going to happen. That shouldn't be the first thing that happens unless we put in one of these big dildos over here. But that shouldn't be the first thing that happens. We should just chop around a little bit in here, especially after taking the liquidity here off of this 50 retracement level right here. Do got a little bit of support right around in here that we can look forward to. So yeah, just chilling. It reads neutral on this 15-minute time frame. That 4 and that daily is not playing around with us, but it does read neutral in here. I don't think I had any like signal or anything in here that I really care for. I mean, I do like the cloud on this 15-minute time frame. Maybe it pushes up a little bit more into that resistance that we're facing, and then we get another little drop down here. I'm still holding on to a Bitcoin long. You know what? I bought this drop right here. About this drop right here because we did have the long setup in here, and that we got to like a 3-1 on that position. Where we at? Let me see if this was the one. No, that wasn't the one. Is that the one? That's a short position. Where is it? Oh, in here. It's in here. Let's see. We last did this long position. This was Friday. So yeah, it was this one right here. I think we managed to get like a 3-1. Yeah, we got like a 3-1 out of that position. Nothing more. We didn't manage to get back up here. We didn't manage to make our way up here to that particular day. I was thinking that we could get back to that standard. Looking at standard. No, I was actually looking at the mean on this one right here. So we didn't manage to make our way up here to the mean, but that still nonetheless was 3-1 risk to reward. So some profits were made off of that. And I mean, this is way better. This is way better because the weekend gave it, baby. The weekend gave it. I did a little bit of gambling here just yesterday. I did some gambling. I did some paper trading, and I took a couple of trades. I'm going to be watching those particular assets. These are the ones that were introduced to me by people who came into the stream. So I've been watching those, the Santos, the VVV, Power. Rose was one that I picked out just because it was moving really nice. What else we got? Got a couple of them. We'll take a look at those, and then if we find something in there, I'm gonna be looking for some longs off of those if we can get them. We can get some longs. So those look pretty decent. That, yeah, that's Bitcoin right now. We're too late for anything in here. Possibly a short position. Let's see, let's see. That little bear did right there. Do I not have my QTD on? Let me turn that back on. Just so I can kind of see the noise that's happening that I can, yeah, I want to keep up with the noise down below. Yeah, that's really the kind of narrative that you ignore, which is why I used to love this indicator so much right here. Yeah, so that's the bearish divergence that you're going to ignore. What happens when this cloud starts to drop, the scale starts to put in bullish divergence. So you'll see how this low right here and this low right here are not the same in comparison to price action. That tends to squeeze us up higher. So I'm going to keep this running over here. Take a look at Ethereum before I get into the others over here. Let me turn Ethereum's on as well. I think 15 minutes looking pretty decent on all of them in that regard. Don't really have the bullish divvies over here on Ethereum, even though you got the cloud that's sitting down below price action. Um, 4 hour and daily. That 4 hour. The 4 hour just gave me vibes like we were gonna get some sort of a pump to the upside, and we have not come through on that 4 hour. When it gives, so it's gonna give. It's gonna give. And um, I probably won't be around for it. I probably just won't be around for it. But as far as Ethereum is concerned, you can see right here. I'm gonna look at it on the higher time frame, but right here, this is about where I kept saying that we probably come back into. We didn't quite tap that, so we're sparing that. I think the previous week low or something like that. Little double bottom there as well. See right here. When I like this 1 hour too. I like how the cloud is starting to drop on the 1 hour time frame. We get about 29, 22, then that's going to be pretty nice. So we could squeeze up a little bit more in here. We'll see how that goes. Not looking shit great over here. Um, again, what was support is now acting as a little bit of resistance in here for Ethereum, just as it was with Bitcoin. Um, but here, this is what we were talking about right here because we've basically been in between these three levels right here between here and here is all we've done. So this is just our range area right through here, just below the value area low in here as well. Value area low is right here. Yeah, point of control is there. So just below that value area low, hitting that again, resistance. Same thing we're looking at on the lower time frame. And this, just in case we do, anybody who hadn't seen that, that's 2771, and that's 2649 right in here. And we just be watching for these pivots in here. So you can see that we didn't take the liquidity off of this low right here. So that could, I mean, at this point, since it's so close to it, I'll probably look down a little bit lower down here towards this liquidity in here. It's about midpoint of our range section in here. And that low is 2716. So it would be something like that we can look for in this zone. Um, So about point control numbers time frame here. Yeah, we're going down, no doubt about it. We shall go lower. We shall go lower. Let's take a look at Solana here. Don't like Solana's chart at all. Reads neutral here again on 15-minute time frame, just like many of the just like Bitcoin. Not really fancying anything over here. Too late to really want to get into something over here on these time frames right here. We can same thing with Solana. It did not take out that liquidity right here. This previous day low right here. I think that this was also no. I think I need to change. Do I need to change this over here? I'm not sure. We're not even up here in the resistance right here. Let me take a look at the daily and see if I need to adjust that. If I already know I need to adjust this. This is so like what day was this? When was the last time I touched that? I think that this is like a monthly level right here, though. Let's take a look at this. Monthly, yeah, previous month low, sitting right there. So we did not take out that previous month low. You know what? Let me copy these right here. Ethereum's looking bad. I mean, not Ethereum, but Solana. Solana's not looking good. Not looking good. So PML on that one. This is my 15, I believe. No, it's my 4. Okay, it's my 4 hour. I really don't need this PDL. I'll delete that one. Let's wait and see about this monthly level down here. Well, we are not looking good over here. Push forward. That could have been something beautiful. But it's nothing. We're underneath the value area low in here. Let's click on that. Drag this forward a little bit. You know, we're hitting that right as we speak. Somewhere around about that. Yep, we're hitting that value area low right now. So could be the rejection. Starting to, we're also, well, we're trying to reclaim back above this line right here as well. Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good. I'm going to start to focus on this right here. That liquidity and where we have this moving average sitting at right here. And I believe it's a 60 right here for Solana. So 99, I think 99 is also one of the weekly levels as well. Let me see. Yeah, it is. It's one of the weekly levels also. Well, actually 108 to 96.27. So let me watching out for that. For Solana. Now this this chart looks beautiful to me right now. I mean 15.1 for daily. This looks really, really good right here. And I didn't get a chance to jump into this one right here, this position right here. I set it up on my chart, and this is one I actually missed. And you know what? It's okay because I did catch about 3 of them that I'm going to get into, but I'm going to look for something off of this chart right here. So I'm going to be watching that VVV today while I'm streaming. Be watching that for a position. There was nothing up here. I was thinking like maybe a short in here, but you can see right here how this is putting me in bullish divergence at the moment. So I let this try to at least attempt to come back up one more time, or just kind of wait because this looks really good over here on this side. So a long position is probably going to play out a lot better than anything. You can attempt. I can put it in here. Probably we won't get too far. Maybe even just back to here. Maybe the midpoint inside of this this cloud right here. I don't really favor the short. Structure breaks. Possibly breaks right in here. But anyway, we'll come back to this one right here. It's bulls are in control on this 15-minute time frame. 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily bulls are in control. Let's see what we got in here. Now, Rose, I did manage to get a position in, and I almost considered taking this little short right here, where it stopped out right here on the second time. So kind of sort of like a double top situation right here. I started to take that this morning before coming on stream. I said, yeah, I'll sit it out. Shorts are not like this one came really close to playing out that short position. Didn't do too well. I did pretty decent on that one. So I took took this one right here. So this is the one that I did get into right here on Rose. So I got that one. I actually ended up missing this one. I was at work, and I ended up missing this one. So I didn't get that one. And I got alert set up in here too, just to see if it's, how far this might go down and may not go down. I'm kind of liking the structure in here, so we probably get some continuation in here off the Rose. I already broke this trend line in here as well. That would have been a decent. I just didn't think it was going to get too far, so I didn't bother with that one. See what else we got in here. Now I'm waiting on a setup on dusk. I like how the cloud is starting to drop in here on dusk. I did try to take a long in here on dusk. That did not work out good. I can show you exactly what that looked like for me. It did not work out. It did not work out. So this is dusk. It did not work out, and that's okay. You win some, you lose some. So yeah, good old Dusky. I tried, and I don't know why the long position isn't showing in here, because I believe I tried it. It was right in here when I tried to take that long position off of it. I can't remember what it was that I was looking at in here either. To be honest with you, I think it was the indicator that I was looking at. So it didn't follow the same. Yeah, it was the indicator I was looking at, and it started out okay. I could see the cloud was rising in on dusk, and I should have dropped it at that point because anytime the cloud is rising, that creates bearish divergence. So you can see that's why it continues to grind lower, but it's dropping now. So I'm looking for a long position off of it. I set this up on Friday, if you recall. So this is what I wanted, but it looks like we could get that long position in here on dusk a lot sooner than price action getting down to here. We'll see. That one didn't work. Um, This is power. Now I did take the power position in here, and I think in the end I ended up adjusting. I don't know if I adjusted that stop and the. Let's see. Oh, I can tell you what happened with this one right here. So I got my first take profit when we came into the cloud. I took my first take profit on power. And price action moves a lot different, of course, different charts, different platforms, price action is going to move a little different. Just platform makes it different. So I ended up getting stopped out. I moved my stop loss on this. I moved my stop loss to, you can see that this is the same entry right here. So I moved my stop loss on it and I got stopped out for the rest of it instead of, managing to let it run and finish this entire move out right here. Haven't broke this trend line just yet. I'm not rushing on any position on this one just yet, just because I don't like the 4 hour at the moment. Um, do like the cloud again. A falling cloud tends to lead to bullish divergence. It's about exaggerated in here right now between this low in price action and this low in price action. A little bit exaggerated. Eh, I don't think I like the other time frame on this. Now, power was one that, let me see. I think power was brought to my attention. Yeah, I don't like that. Ooh, I don't like that at all. That's the 1 hour. With that cloud rising on the 1 hour. Um, mm, yeah, this is so confusing on this one right here. I don't like that four. I just don't like the idea of this 4 hour. And I think, is there anything else in particular that I was looking at on this one? Probably not. Everything else looked fine. Yeah, those moves are small and highs. They're small. They're small. Little small moves. We'll see about this one. These are the ones that I will be watching for us today to see if we can't catch anything off Santos. I did all right with Santos. Let's see. It's this long right here. I got out just in time. I got out. I think we wicked up here, and I looked back. I was phone in my face, propped up on a pillow in the bed. Like, I need to make sure I finish taking the rest of the profit out of this Santos. Santos is one that uh, was brought to my attention on Friday. Yeah, brought to my attention on Friday. And Santos is one that I was saying, I feel like the 4 hour, which you can see what that 4 hour is looking like down here. So I'm not looking to take another one off of this. I did consider like a short on this one, especially from here. I believe that we were hitting like the 20S, I meant the 200 EMA or something like that. Let me see what we were hitting in here. Let me change this. No, we got above it. We slightly got above it. No full flip in here. of these ribbons. Trying to hold up on it right now. This is one though that I looked at, and I think I was more interested in price action getting down into here because it has some actual support down here. Hasn't made its way down here just yet. I think the second, idea was maybe it could bounce. Was it this trend line right here? I can tell you if let me see. Yeah, trend line ain't right though. Trend line was like this right here, something like this. I think I might have moved it a little bit. Yeah, this was, yeah. I still think that I still think this has the potential to continue this downtrend. I do. Doesn't look as strong. Neutral. Let's see. Still reads that it's neutral over here. And the only reason why I insist on that, this being able to get more of a move to the downside, is because of that bear div that was put in over here. So it had the bearish divergence. Let me take this off. Probably won't. Actually, I probably won't get this right away. We'll see. If we can't get this though, that would be cool. At least taking this liquidity down here, taking back all of the bear move that happened right here. And let's see. So this was the bear div right through here on this one. So that was the bear div on this one. We are getting slight bullish divergence, which for me simply means maybe coming back up and hitting the golden pocket 786 and then continuing that move down. We'll see on this one also. Not I didn't really see too much wrong over here, but give it some time. Let's see. Yeah, let's give it a little bit of time. Take a look at that daily. I don't hate the daily. That 4 hour though. It is that 4 hour. Again, I'm kind of avoiding it right now just because I see the bullish divergence. So could be trying to squeeze this one up a little bit more to test back around here again. Delete that. To tell you the truth, when I took the long on this one right here, I kind of thought it was going to be wrong. I saw us trying to move back up the trend line, and as soon as I entered on the close of this candle right here, coming back up the trend line, the candle started to shrink. We started to do this, and I was like, "Dang, I'll take a L." And then it started working out. Um, yep. So I'll be keeping my eyes on that. I'm gonna take a look at bubbles. So what we got over here on bubbles. All right, AXS. Might take a look at AXS River. This one right here is State Lit River. It's up 39% right now. Morpho and Algo. If I could stick with loans, I'd rather do that because you don't have to leverage loans. Um, you can just spot trade the long position and minimize your risk. EDI, Coco, GLM. It's only 3.3% right now. GLM, huh? That's a graft over here. But I'm not going to move any further than the top 300. Later. Take a look at GLM. Mhm. Let's see. I'm gonna look at it on KX. Really? Okay, Binance. Okay, so a 3% move is a little bit too much for us. Let me see. XN, no, I'm not sure what that is. That is just putting in a little bit of a move. XN. That's a little bit too much of a move on GLM. So I'm just saying, probably don't like this one. Um, no, I won't be doing that one. I don't know any of these. No. Um, I did this right now, I would be at the right place to want to consider the short. No bear div right here. Bear div right here. It's RSI though. Ooh, good looking one four and daily. Let's see how bad this stop is gonna be. Let's say I take it now. No, I don't like that. May not. And if I'm pushing for a 3-1, I may not get it either. Mm-mm. Hmm. Yeah, that's a big stop. So I need it to be up here. I think. Let me see. See what we're looking at the ATR. I'll wait for a correction back up on this one, and then look at taking a short on this one. It's up quite a bit. Let me take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, I probably wouldn't get all this. Slight bear div right here as well. Yeah, it doesn't look like it will come down some. It's just been one constant squeeze through here. I don't have a bear div right here. Probably get some bullish divvies, come back up slightly. So I'll look for a golden pocket 786 back test on this one right here. We might be able to get something like that as opposed to trying to take it now and having that huge stop on it. Otherwise, we will look back at the possibility to take a long on this one. Yeah, that's how we're gonna have to do this river. She trying to go though. Yeah, we'll come back on this one. Yeah, a little bear deal. Would be a quick little candle down here, especially breaking below this yellow. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yep, gonna have to wait. I had to do that with Rose too, man. When that position for Rose came into play, it just blasted up through the area that I was looking to for my entry. Where my entry was at, it just blasted straight up through it, and then through about 3 candles in, and I was like, please let it retrace. It came back. I had to sit on my hand, like, okay, just move on to the next thing. It came back, and I managed to get in. So, let me see, 4 hour. 4 hours putting in some bearish divergence in here also. Yeah, just 4 hours putting in some bearish divergence. I haven't confirmed anything on this 4 hour just yet. Let's see what daily. I don't get anything. Okay, here we go. Daily bearish divergence also on this river. Yeah, this is one constant swing to the upside. One big swing up. Yeah, that might be it for this. That might be it. This might actually. Let's come back down here. All right, so I'm still just gonna kind of wait, see if this doesn't pull back, and then take an entry off of it. I don't even think that this drop right here came into the golden pocket. Yeah, it did. That drop right there, tap back into the golden pocket. Yeah. Uh, mhm. All right, let me see. GRT. I'm just gonna add this to the list over here. Just look back at these real quick. I'm gonna warm on this. Oh, welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I'll never, I never learned new coins, new tokens and stuff like that. So that was a big thank you to you. Thank you, sir. You challenged me on that one too. So that was really good. I like that. 'Cause otherwise, I probably would have been waiting on that blue box to get hit down there. But thank you. I enjoyed that one, Santos. Think about dust above this line right here. It's gonna have to commit if it commits. I'm not gonna try to jump in right here. I'll let it commit first. So, let's see what we look like. We might just have to take another L on dust. That's caught me. What's going? This looks like it's gonna pop back up right here. I'll let that candle close. I know this might move fast because when it moved through here, this is where I was trying to get the entry in off of the break right here. And the candle came through and it pushed up really, really fast and it kept pushing up. And then finally it came back down. Close enough to the golden pocket, I believe we were. Oh no, 786 right here. 786 is right here. And so that's how I managed to grab that one. Let's see what we find right now. About 786. I could cut my risk if I jump in on this. It's just not. Yeah, I can cut my risk by taking a long on this one from here. Stop loss with. Let's see. We'll take this from here. Not sure what my stop loss just below that. Yeah, I think it comes all the way back up there. 4 hours still looks good. It still looks good. I'm still gonna set it for a 3, and then that way, if it goes up higher, it does. I'm gonna take this. See. Make sure. Make sure. I still have a little bit of resistance. We might get. Screw it. I'm gonna push this up higher though. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I might have to. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not really sure on this one. It's not matching up for me just yet. But I'm gonna take it while I'm still down here close to this. So I'm in on this now. See how it goes. Probably should have taken that spot. In on that. Look at GRT. Look on that. All right. See how this goes with Rosie Rose. Got resistance until we can get above where I have the alarm set, which is what I was willing to wait on. I was willing to wait for price to come back above here and at least be outside this cloud too to come back above here. Yeah, 4 and daily still maintaining. 1 hour just flipped. Yeah, it's not moving. It's not doing anything right now. I'll show you that I'm in this position though. Nothing. Just gonna wait for it to actually start moving. This is me in this entry. This thing looks really nice. Just that 4 hour. Just that 4 hour. Let's see if we might do something better than just a golden pocket retracement. Maybe some sort of an SFP or something in this on this one. Rose is dead. Put this one up on over here. Silver and gold is crushing right now. Copper, trying to make a strong attempt. We did pretty decent from Friday. But silver and gold. Lousy, lousy. Silver is up here, one of the resistance levels that I highlighted. That's this one right here at the 109. We completely blasted through channel high right here. Yeah, it's hard to even say that this was a channel. I think, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it's not really a channel. It blasted through that. You didn't give two craps about this level right here, and it's at this resistance in here. I have not adjusted these in here either. This was the last one. I'm pretty sure that it can be modified now. Um, Slight bear div in here at that resistance level. Gold is at the top side of the channel. Now, this was a clean channel draw on gold, and this was the $5,083 level right here. So clear resistance right here for gold so far. So far. I'm not going to attempt to do any more shorts or anything like that on it. Gold. Long is probably going to be best. I have not updated, and it really. See if I can kill this noise a little bit. If it does come down a little bit, it probably only hit that previous day. May not even do that because this trend line right here, then this got to rise. Let's see if I can't get that clean. That wasn't the last rise. This was the last rise. It's already broken through. Anyway, maybe it comes back down here and bounces. We would have to give up this 15-minute structure briefly. Otherwise, previous day half ago. If it doesn't break outside this channel first, I don't think I adjusted these over here either. Do and copper did manage to get up here to this golden pocket. I think this was the one that was drawn. Yeah, it's the one drawn off that low right there. It did get to this golden pocket. The nice little inverse right here. Back above this trend line. Break above that one with the back test. I think we talked about that. Okay, it's below the previous day. Okay, and then I threw this in here. It usually does move about 10%. So if it does play out and comes above this level right here, maybe it gets into that 10% move, and then it could be another short couple. All right, back over here to good old Rosie Rose, Bitcoin. Struggling. We're trying to hold that standard deviation 1. 7.3. All right. While we're doing nothing right here, let me take a look at. Really didn't see a reason I need to look at these. Let me take a look at XRP though. I can zoom out on 4. Trying to remember how I do this out. Let me bring this up. This is still that same range from Friday. Only one that got violated was this top right here. We took liquidity off of this low. I'm not going to say we're too late on this one because we still can. Just got to wait. I'm waiting for some sort of a clean closure outside of here. Probably take it off of this resistance. Let me change this previous day low too. Yeah, this is about right. That's about what I was about to draw this line across here. It's a little rising. Unless something changes with price coming back down into there. I'm gonna set it like this though. Risk about a 1. Yeah, about a 1. assume we can take the liquidity from there. This is going to be a strong assumption. And by the time that happens, it will have proven itself. Oh, ADA guys. Let's see. What did we say on ADA? Let me go to the daily. Yeah, it's not one to play around with. Yeah, looks weak. I don't see anything with this. It looks weak though. This is waiting to fall over or something. We hit that level. I might be stopped out on this. I'm not sure. I know I got in here, so I shouldn't be stopped out, but you never know, right? Um, see if I'm still in this thing. Yeah, I'm still in it. Surprisingly, I'm still up like 75%. Gave back all the rest of the money on it. And I'm barely still hanging in on this thing. Every time I come to this chart, I'm like, I've probably gotten stopped out by now. Because I stopped taking profit on it. I think the last time I mentioned it, I think we were right in here, and I was like, I should just go ahead and take the rest of that money, and I didn't. So it's slipping and slipping to the liquidity off of that low. This candle, I think this came from a daily, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it came from this daily outside bar, well, mother bar right here. VWAP is doing its job again. We'll see how this goes. We can't get another push back to the upside here on get the break out of here. Maybe just coming back into here, but I was one of the setups over here. Do we? I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, this is our standard one right here for Missouri. Why is that the only one I'm seeing? Yeah, that's because we're critical level. I do maintain that, we can come back down here and fill in this wick and, hit this sell side liquidity right here, which becomes really critical at that point. I mean, like this is critical right here alone, but we're still managing to stay right here above the standard deviation one here. And then the standard deviation two, this is where it turns to crap. We usually don't do standard deviation two off of a monthly. But, so if we do lose it again, the first place we're going to look at is going to be around our 98. We lose that, then we'll be at the bottom side of our weekly range, just looking for this liquidity to be taken right here. So nothing's changed on this chart. Don't see anything worth entertaining here either. Not at this moment. Whatever is going to happen should have happened with Bitcoin on Sunday when we took that sell side liquidity. I don't even know if that's going to hold up. I think that we do have some gaps. Let me check back in on this position. 15. Still chopping the block. Bitcoin is hitting some resistance right now. Um, and drag the stars down with it. But Bitcoin is hitting the resistance. Again, we already talked about that earlier, but Bitcoin is hitting that resistance. So it's more seeable here. We are hitting that resistance, but we hit that resistance, but we're hitting on here on this cloud right now. Not looking good. It drags the stars out of the skies with it. Um, you can see. Let me take this away. You can see it better from the Bollinger perspective right here. You can see how we're hitting that standard one right here. You can trade on Blowfin. Rose losing 1771 is going to put it under the 200 EMA. So um, it's going to be important to know that. I think this stops out before that. Yeah, position gets stopped out before that happens. So I can't afford to pull the stop loss down any further because I leveraged. This Bitcoin right now. Probably watch this on the 1 hour. See what those bubbles is offering. AXS, I think I looked at that. No, I didn't. It's too high anyway. River has this little trend regression right here. You can see on that last move we got up, it respected it. Which means the stop can be dropped. Because if it's that's a huge stop. Not in this just yet. Tell you the truth, this thing scares me. That rejection on Bitcoin. Below 87,617 for Bitcoin, we might expand to the downside. So it is starting to put in have some impact on some of these other alts in here right now. Still chopping this golden pocket. Turn that one back on for dusk. I do need it for dusk. Let me see what dusk is at on Bollinger. You can see in here too how when I went to take that entry, it looked like we were gonna, keep pushing out right here, and it failed on me. It failed me and came back and knocked me out. I tried putting the trend line on this one, but, it kept breaking above it, so I'm just sticking with the horizontal because I tried doing I think I did this right here at one point, right here. It came up and then it started to try to hold right here and try to hold right here, and so this can be where we just kinda round out right here. That's what I'm hoping, we kinda round out right here, and, dusk is done bleeding out momentarily. So like that. We're holding through here. This is holding what?
As
It's one we're below. I know what we're holding right here. But if for some reason we drop right here, I might get interested right there. Let me just see what this is. Value area low. I mean, obviously, you can tell it's that it's holding some sort of support. I don't think it has anything to do with this, but it's holding something right here. I like this 786 support. Support. It did something right here too. So I like this. Hmm. Almost. Hmm. Anyway, took a look at Monero. This wasn't intentional. I think we were looking at this on Friday or something, and I had no idea that this dropped into this right here. No idea. So I think I mentioned a possible liquidity take over this trend line or something. I don't know. You have to go back and watch Friday's video, but I forgot all about this over here. This probably won't work out. I'm just saying because I completely forgot all about it, and I know we were looking for a 50% retracement on it. I recall that, and you can see because I have not touched it. So this is yeah. Let's Let me move this to right here now, and this does not come back inside of here. So this, I don't know that I would do this unless it comes back up. Is there a reason? Maybe. And what was the stop on this? No, I won't be taking this spot. Closure back above here would be a good entry on it. I don't know about this right here looking at it, but if it closes back above here, um, above the trend line in here, above that wick right there, it might be something worth taking. I don't trust this setup for Friday at all. Rose giving up the ghost on me. All right, Oasis. It's at the low that fair value got right now. I think if it falls over this gap, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this one earlier than waiting for it to do that. I can redecide if I'm gonna enter it. So that won't be too bad. Yeah, I could decide again if I'm gonna uh, decide another take on this. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this. If we start to trade outside of this fair value gap right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. Should have stuck with my late entry. Anyway, momentum isn't here right now. 135, 15, 1. Maybe it decides it wants to bounce somewhere down in here. Maybe. Yep, it's gone. About to be gone. It's about to be gone. Cutting. So that's done. I'm out of that. Show you the L. It's gonna be the L on that one. When the momentum flips, I'll re-enter. Again, 200. I think 200 is coming into play. Yeah, 200 is actually right there where I cut it at. It's not there on Blowfin's chart. It's a little bit lower on Blowfin's chart. It's not even tapping it, at least not from that chart. Let's see. See, that's what I hate about Trading View chart. And then I'm looking at Trading View chart on the actual Blowfin exchange, and my 200 is lower than this. I might just need to stick to a Blowfin chart for rows. I'm gonna add it. Because this was not the low. Huh. This is gonna upset me. It'll upset me if I cut it ahead of time and I didn't have to. I still don't like the space in here. So. Mm, mm, mm. I'm gonna be really upset. I'm still gonna sit it out. I'm gonna wait and see if I can't get a confirmation that I'm looking for. Dang. Mm. River is dropping, but I think it was up a little bit more. No, it's not dropping. Okay. I think it was up a little bit more. Sanders. I can move this. One, two, three. 15-minute might be gearing up for a squeeze on this. I'm still sitting on the sidelines, just waiting on the confirmation before I do anything. Momentum's still not showing any sort of shift in here, which is why I was playing market structure on Sunday as opposed to a little DGN decision right there. We'll let you know the moment I am back in here. I might end up re-entering back where I was before. Bitcoin still holding, still below that standard deviation one on that 1 hour time frame, but still holding. Solana and Ethereum, same space, same position right now. Nothing there. Mhm. Sorry for the silence too. I think, thinking about that Rose position. So what we got happening today, calendar-wise. Know that Trump did make some sort of a tariff threat against Canada over the weekend. I do know that. Um, let's see, this week. All right, so at 8:30 we do have core durable goods and durable goods month over month is going to be at 8:30 and it's medium impact. Um, everything so far Monday and Tuesday has medium impact on market. Wednesday will be a little bit different. Wednesday, we do have Fed's fund rate, so federal funds rate at 2 p.m. We will likely inject some liquidity into the market on Wednesday. I'm not going to cover stock market today. Just that brief look at silver and gold, but I'm not going to cover stocks today because it is Monday, and there's no new information really. So I'll get into that on Tuesday when I get started. But there's really nothing for me, no quality TA for me to give you today. Unemployment claims on Thursday. So Wednesday is really like the big day. Then we Friday, yeah. From Wednesday to Friday, we got quite a bit of stuff. We even got core PPI on Friday. So yeah, starting tomorrow, things should start to get a little interesting. Starting Tuesday. Mm, a couple of things are up. Looking to get short. Possible head and shoulders on Fluke. So them hitting resistance at the 200. What's this? Doge. What phone is this from? I think this might have been something we looked at on Friday too. But yeah, none of this stuff. Well, I don't trust anything that was done on Friday right now. Let's slide this over. It comes back up. Okay, it comes back up. We'll wait on that daily closure on this. I know this was done on the daily because that's a huge stop right there. So I know this was done on the daily. That wasn't it. Nope. Spot, yeah. Spot, sure. Cut it. Double bottom. Yeah, spot. We could probably go ahead and do this on spot. Stop loss. My cost basis. That sound crazy. Good old Coinbase. I don't like trading on Coinbase anyway. Um, a 0.60% fee. It's ridiculous. Screw that. 0.60% fee. I'm gonna take a leverage position on this road. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Just drop my leverage all the way down like I'm doing a spot position. As close as I can get to a spot trade for it. That fee, I'll pay that in you could just get stopped out. Leverage trade. I'm gonna take it. Play with Coinbase. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Doge. Let's continue. So I'm taking a long on Doge. I'm gonna set it for 2x leverage instead. So that stop loss. Push out on my daily. Minimize my risk a bit. It needs to be above, at least according to Blowfin chart, it needs to be above, let's just say 125. 125. Otherwise, it's ranging in between standard deviation 1 and 2, which is not like the prettiest thing. Oh, there goes Rose. There goes Rose. Let me switch my chart. I told you I probably end up getting back in where I got in at the first time. See, I should have just stuck to the method, right? Just stuck to the position. Still didn't confirm anything, but let's see. The inside bar right there. I just took the liquidity off of that candle right there. That infamous one right there that said, get her out of here. Check dusk again. It's negative 630. Still sliding. So yeah, it's got to continue to wait on dusk. I'm gonna take this off. There's a reason I can adjust this. I think so. I can set this here now. I think. Hold on. Yeah, I can set this here now. Move my alert for there as well. See if that low will hold again. Still leaning towards confirmation. Set that like so. I promise you, I wouldn't even had to pay anything on this if, well, number 1, I should have just stuck with that, but number 2, I'm looking at Blowfin's chart from the trading platform, and that 200 was sitting lower. Santos alarm just went off. Let me take a look at that real quick. Okay, continuation on Santos to the upside. I really didn't like that 4 hour, but it looks like continuation to the upside here for Santos. Be looking for, don't think I put in a target on this one. I don't think I have Fib pulled in on this one either. Let me just draw out the Fib. This is one I actually considered leaving part of this open. We'll see about coming back in here to this golden pocket. I do want to have a close above here. That's how I define confirmation or intent is a close above here. But a little bit of momentum kicked in on that, same way it did. Let's see. Am I not on the same? That's weird. Okay, it's kind of weird though. It's weird. Dusk is falling some more. $5.94. $5.94.28. There she goes. $5.94.28. What do I have over here? 14. That's why it's not showing up. Okay. See it from this other chart I'm looking at. It's not showing up over there because it doesn't have the same settings. Might start to get an expansion above the alert right here. Which if I wasn't live, honestly, I'll probably be waiting on it because I'm just trading market structure right now. Um, so I probably would have been still sitting out on it, looking for it to change the market structure, and then maybe a pullback. Rose has just been kind of one of those that when it goes again, like it goes like over here, I waited for the market structure change right here to take place. So it was like this on my chart before. It was like take a long right here. So I had it set up like this with the confirmed closure above this line right here. So that's the confirmed intent. But when the candle came, when it broke out, let me do this so it'll stop doing that on me. But when the candle broke out, you can see how large it was. I couldn't enter on that candle right there because my stop was going to be really, really huge, which, it still ended up being a wide stop that, I was able to move it, but I didn't need to. Um, because when we got this pullback, it came back to where the entry I was looking for anyway. And I could have moved the stop for this right here instead, but it looked like it was going to move on up. So the first thing I did was, no, I took profit twice. I think the first one might have been here or somewhere around here, might have been my first. And then I set the rest of it for the full three, three, um, well, 1 to 3 risk reward. So I came out right here. Even though it went a little bit higher, I still kept that as my exit on it. But that's how it was. So right now, I can tell you, I probably would be sitting out of it. I wouldn't be in it already. Uh, I would be doing exactly what I did right there and just saying, hey, come in right here. But I'm streaming, so just trying to have something to do. I would have been waiting for this. The last thing I want is for it to do a halfway move and then turn back down. Even though, we're neutral and these other time frames look really good, just got this 15-minute. We want to see that flip. If we get past this, I know it will, but yeah, we got resistance through here. We're just hitting into all of those ribbons that were here, these right here. So we're just hitting the top side of these right now, which is another reason why I probably would have been waiting unless it pulled back, held a little higher right here, and then I would have moved this down and said, okay, now I can take an entry off of this top right here, which is what I'm about to do if I get two confirmed red candles to the downside, as long as it doesn't violate this low right here. Then okay. So yeah, I would just be sitting on the sideline, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be in the Oasis trade right now. That could be a bear div right here. So 100% I would not have been in here. And then if it did that right there, I just have to sit on my hands and wait and just do that. I never set my stop on this Doge either. I need to set my stop up. 2x leverage on it, so it's about, 1x. You can do 1x leverage and be just like your trading spot. I don't even get a liquidation level. forward with the, let's see, yes I do. When I was doing 1X, I really didn't have a liquidation at level. But with this one, I do have a liquidation at 0.06. Right now it's 0.12, but I am going to set my stop in here for it. So I will take an L if it comes below that stop that I have set for it right now, which I'm cool with that. That'd be like paying that fee on Coinbase. You have to pay the fee to get in, you have to pay the fee to get out. Yeah, I can just low leverage and just pay a fee like that. Save some money on it too. That was just so you guys could see that we were hitting that resistance right there, and just explain why I would not have been in the position if it wasn't for me live streaming. I really would just be waiting on that change of market structure to get in. That was price action did drop to the support level in here also, which is just at the bottom side of the cloud right here, which is why I set the stop just below here, and I could have sat on my hands on that. That's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me because I seriously, that 200 was sitting down here on this on the exchange, and I was like, nah, I don't want to ride that because I would really hate that for that to happen. Uh, then you can see how the scale reclaimed back inside the cloud here, right there. Let's see what happens. See, that's a little bear div right here between this high and this one right here, unless it keeps going. And like I said, above here, it would get an expansion, potentially expand out above here. So if you're conservative, you could wait for that to be conservative unless something changes in here, and then I have a reason to move it. If you're a conservative trader, if you prefer the change in the market structure, there would be a close. That's how you're going to confirm with the close outside of here. You already got 2 green candles up, so a closure above here is what we'd be looking for. Stop would be down here still, like it would be a no man's land stop, unless you did a percentage stop. Maybe it leaves a gap behind in here. If it finds some strength to not validate a bear div, then a gap through here, and set the low below the 50% retracement of that gap. Standard deviation 1 hit. For anyone that didn't freak out, your one-to-one, it looks like it's right here too at this pivot. All right, she's trying to go. Dusk is dropping a little bit more. Let me look back at that Santos. Okay, so no closure. Dusk steady falling off. 786. I'm not gonna get interested yet. This still looks like still gonna take this long when it confirms. When it confirms. Let's see this. This is what I should have. Let me delete this. Don't actually need that. And this is what, see, I'm gonna draw on this right here. This is what made me interested anyway, but I didn't wait for, let me set it like this. This is what made me interested because it looked corrective. I love the scale because it draws out the patterns really clear for me. Draws out the pattern real clear. That was just a rose alert. Draws out the wedge really clear. I wouldn't have been able to draw the wedge so clear right here. But we come into this right here, depending on how we come into it. I'm going to take half out here, and then I'll wait and let the rest ride for above this level right here if we're coming back up here. But all I had to do was really just wait for that candle right there. And that would have been the entry on this close right here by playing this strategy instead. But I have been doing market structure strategy. So late, but still great. I mean, set up to take half out of here for coming to that level. Rose. At this point, I'll be paying myself back for my boo-boo. My boo-boo. And the reason why the close is so necessary is because you don't want it to be a liquidity grab. But let's see. And in this case, I would have said no, and then I would be um, looking for something like that maybe to come back into it, and then uh, finish it up. That wouldn't have been too bad. I'm gonna use this. Bitcoin's still kind of chilling there, so nothing to, no reason to be on that chart right now. Just so we all know what we're looking at. Take a look at this 1 hour here. See what the 1 hour is looking like. Looks fine. 1 hour did have a bear div for sure. That was between these two highs. We're trying to hold that pending expansion, like I said above here. Um, would see like a Bollinger expansion right here. So this was just the first push outside of that Bollinger. We're trying to hold outside of it to show some sort of strength right here. And again, if we get into here, I'm going to take partial profits out of this. And if we don't get into there, then it's going to stop me out at break even. But if we get into here, I'm going to take partial profits out. And 786 is showing that dust might have a little bit of momentum right here. But I'm still kind of waiting, chilling on this one for now, at least until I see some sort of change. It's not bad though. Was a consideration, but not pursuing that just yet. Let me just look back at this again. See, and river. I think I let it have it this time. Chopped it a few times. Swing fail on that. SFP. Doesn't look like we have a ton of resistance right there. We're just not going. It's just not going. And you can see that bear div between here and here. This might still, let me see, where was this drawn from? No, it's not that. Just in case. Let's see what that fair value gap lined up with. It's stalling right now. And again, this is just outside that, just outside of that Bollinger, but not following through. You can see um, how above here, I mentioned the expansion, potential for expansion above here. Um, that would be 20 SMA on that gap as well. 786, 20 SMA, golden pocket, fair value gap. If for some reason we don't manage to continue this spread right here. Sort of how we did right here too. Up outside the band, started to come back in. 20 SMA and what were we? 786 golden pocket. I don't want that. And yeah. This VVV continues. I think it'll push up here into the 786 right here. That's why I said I wasn't taking anything on this because, I mean, clearly you can see the bull divs down through here until that violet, until that breaks. Yeah, it's not, I mean, you could, and that's a pine tree right there. That's a pine tree. It looks bullish. don't have the bull div off of this drop though. So it's missing the, when I see that, maybe, you know, just maybe, you know, it's a barricade. I wouldn't be looking for a short either way it goes. I think it could possibly get up there to that. We're below that standard deviation right now. I don't like that candle. So actually, wherever it's going, just notice that it was improving right there. I have to move this. I know I just moved that, right? Okay. Just let me see if I have a reason to move this. I do have a reason to set that there. Why is it doing that? Okay. It's weird. Think dust can invalidate bear divs this time. Maybe. This was the one right here with the cloud jump. Right here. That thunderbolt is what I refer to it as, except it did not fall outside the cloud. When I say that, I'm referring to the scale line didn't drop outside of the cloud in that instance. So it looks corrective. Looks very corrective. I'll look to open a position on dusk here in a sec. Let me pull it up. Oh, jeez, that's an ugly. I don't know what to call that. It's weird. It's weird. Very weird. 4 hour. Let me see if that matches with something I'm seeing on this 4 hour. It doesn't. So 1 hour appears to be where we got this little bounce or this signal that came through right here. That seems to be where the standard deviation 2 is on that Bollinger. It has a squeeze in here on this 1 hour time frame. If I click this off momentarily and put this Bollinger on, let's see right here on the 1 hour. You can see how it was also holding that standard deviation 2 right here. And this would be the break above here. And it failed me back in here. I think it was this one. It's the one that is that the one that failed me? Shop City. I love the squeeze. It's just not happening yet. Above the 20 SMA. Could be a big reaction coming in here past this level. Could be a large reaction. Yeah, could be a big reaction there. It means the candle wouldn't really give a lot of time to get in. It's almost what it looks like right there. For dusk, if you want to be conservative, and let's just say we're above here. You could set the stop. Got a little fair value gap in here. A little gap right there. Very small. Could set it just below here. It should at least take out this. But let's just keep it modest. And then when it gives more, you still have something to work with. Only reason why I'm taking it off of this level right here is because it's not outside of this line right here. Yeah, unless you entered there. Or unless you already entered, I don't know. I haven't entered dusk yet. haven't entered that yet. So just waiting. Let's set her aside for a sec. Let me look back over here and see what we got going on. I do should set my alert on. Oh, I already have the alert set. So it'll sound the alarm. Oh, that's gone. That's gone. It's a pine tree. Can't play with a pine tree. Coming into my TP1. I'm being precise too. All right, good enough. I'm moving my stop loss for break even now. And hopefully I get to take the rest up here somewhere. I should not have played around the first time, and that's my fault. That's on me. Trying to read two different charts, but I'm half out. If we can get in here, then I'll take the rest of it out. All right, let's go, Rose. Looking beautiful over here, all lit up. That also meant that, yeah. figured that was what happened. You usually get a nice candle when that scale pops outside the top side of that cloud. You usually get a nice candle on that. All right. If it comes back in here, I would be looking for it to hold right where that fair value gap is. That is only if it comes back into here. So it would be one of those situations where if you played the change of market structure, you'd be looking for that higher low, and then you would enter that way. This wasn't too far out, and that candle that came back wasn't bad, but yeah, that's how you would enter on a higher low, and then there you go. So alert is set. If it comes back below that, take a look back over here at Dusky. Let's no. Saturated at best. Still waiting on that dust entry. And I am so okay with waiting. BBB. Ew. SFPZ. SFP. It's probably SFP too doing crazy stuff in here. This is looking to get followed through. Maybe this go around right here. You can see how this has kind of stayed inside of this cloud right here. So just showing a little lack of momentum through here, but we could already see that by not being able to get the close above this level right here already. It's 2 green candles up, 2 red down. This is an inside bar right now. It failed right here too to change the structure from the sideways price action we got going on. But it looks like it might follow through this time. Again, I would look up here towards this golden pocket on Santos. I don't think that there was any, yeah, that was the only fair div situation through here, which made that a perfect stop right there, that 3 right there. I regretted actually closing out this completely, but I said, no, I'm just going to go ahead and let it do what it do because the market's going to open and I don't really know what is going to happen. But I really struggled with whether or not I would close out completely when we got here, just because I actually like this through here. I like this. Still don't get that follow through. And so it looks like it just made it. We got that data too. At least it's trying to prove itself right there. Santos. Um, I can also see with dusk, just getting above that the mean on the RSI. All right, Rose is going. Not fast, but it's holding. I can't jump back into this one. But if that four flips, I will. I will. It looks like we're trying to get that follow through. It's the first time it's actually gotten outside of this cloud throughout falling back in here. I think Dusk is doing it, y'all. I think Dusk is I didn't hear the alert going off, but I can see that number dropping on it. Oh, the number was just dropping on it. Yeah. So it looks like Dusk might be trying to make a breakout. I know it's above the 20 SMA on the 15-minute time frame. I know the behavior changed a little bit right there with that 786 back test, which had that support down below. So, we looked at that. I think it was a 4-hour time frame we might have been looking at. It had support where it bounced off of here beforehand. So this momentum that, was coming through right here could be very legit. Could be too legit to quit. Let's see. I know it's around about the 50. It hadn't got back above this mean in here in a minute. You can see that through here when it got this sell off. All right, I'm looking at it now. We got this sell off through here. That looks good. Hopefully it doesn't do what it did to me over here. And you'll be able to identify that too. Like if this RSI is crossing back below that 50, it's failing. Like cross back below the 50 in here and in here. And that gave it all of this. It's expanding. That's an expansion. Yeah, that's an expansion. Nice gap. That's an expansion. That's not like over here. Not really. We got that small little gap right there. And then that rejection from the bear div. But this is invalidating the bear div here. All right, Dusk, I'm going to give you one more chance. One more chance, Dusky. I will cut Dusk quick if it doesn't work. I'm just saying. I should have. Let's just see. I'm going to cut it based on the mean reversion, though. 4 minutes on this candle close. It looks like it is going to expand, or that it is expanding. Go ahead and slide this over here. But don't ask me why I didn't enter on that 786 like I said. I just didn't trust it. It looked good, but dust kept wanting to fail. I took that one loss on it. And I could still lose right here, right? Sure thing. Just trying this break. Let me see how clean that low was. It's pretty clean low, too. Pretty clean low. Come on, Dusky. Rose is pulling back a little bit. We talked about that. My preference on Rose is that it holds that first fair value gap. But I moved my stop loss up. Come on, Dusky. I really want to short this. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm a little scared. I see it chopping around that top, but I'm a little scared to short it. It looks shortable. It looks shortable though. That's why I keep moving that thing. I'm a little scared to short. I'm a little scared on this long for dust too, because it got me, it burned me the first time. But I can't be scared to take every trade. Actually, sometimes those are the best ones to take when you're scared. I don't like that. I already don't like something. That's like, man, give me time. Let me try. I don't like that. I don't want to see no red. The 1 hour, was that 1 hour? Did that 1 hour flip green before? I thought it did. And I thought I was just sitting here waiting on that 4. 9 o'clock, 30 minutes before market opens. We did already get that data. Again, it was just low impact information for today, Monday. Let me refresh this. Yeah, which came in good actually. And data came in good. A nice push. Coming in standard deviation 2, which would be an expansion. Right before getting to that point of control, it would be an expansion. So maybe if it does get an expansion here, I know it would blast straight through this point of control if that happens. That could be a TP though. Um, TP1, yeah, it would be a 1-to-1. Right about there would be a 1-to-1 though to lock in something. Right now, let's see. Up just over, not to be up, yeah, up just over 10% on Dusky right now. So if it comes, let's see, set it for, yeah, that's Santos again. Sorry. I guess Santos is, this is good. It could expand, could blast straight up through this thing. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. If we can get that expansion, that would be nice. Come on. I should have did that. I should have did that, but I can't. I can't. That's not the strategy. The strategy was market structure change. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not following through as I wish it would. Let me see why Santos was crying. Okay, a little bit of resistance through here, of course, but that's fine. That's the reaction. I don't like that. I moved my stop loss on that. Unfortunately, I can't do that. Uh, let's see if it's gonna stop me out. I moved it for break even on the entry, in case that candle was about to eat its own tail. Yeah, if that candle turns flips red, yeah, it'll definitely stop me out. So again, I'm not gonna wait on this. Um, I just moved it for break even. Boy, the bears. Boy, the bears. I think Rose is trying to do that little breakout there again. Take a look back at Rose in a second. I'm just going to move the alarm on this to the low of this candle. Haven't crossed it yet. So I know if I'm stopped out. All right, Rose chopping the block again. Still looking exquisite. See that one looks like. Okay. Let's see what that 4 looks like. Okay. Oh, this dropped down a little bit more. I hate to keep chopping through these charts. Just scared to mess around and find out. That looked like it was a 5 wave though. Huh. Like it was a 5 waver. Yep, stop me out. Desk stopped me out. Yeah, I didn't stick around for that because that candle looks terrible. The candle looks terrible. It doesn't mean that it can't. I don't like that candle. So it probably could still go less than 3 minutes now. This candle close. If it remains green, great. I, I'm just not feeling the strength. So I come back to that for myself. I'm gonna leave this trade set up as is. For me, I don't like it, so I'm out. Didn't take it from the 786 either. Waited on this and moved my stop up. Don't like it. Share with you that dusk. Yeah, I moved the stop up just slightly above my entry, to minimize that fee a little bit. It's still an L. It's actually not even a 0.28% up. It's not even that. It was still an L. So I still lost a little bit to the fee. It's my second L on dusk. But it's nothing like the first one that I showed you. Nothing like the first one. This is falling. About 16, 15 minutes to market opens. See what Bitcoin is going to do, because right now it's starting to sell off a little bit. Maybe dusk is doing whatever Bitcoin is doing. Stop loss just above. Again, I moved my stop on Rose. Managed to get that first TP out of it, and so I moved that stop on that, so I don't get back the little gains that I did make on it. Whatever's going to happen with Bitcoin looks like it's going to happen fast too. Whatever's going to happen with it. It could be a speedy drop for Bitcoin back to around 86, 86.3 maybe. It's not doing anything right now, but that could be the case. A little slight bear div. You can see it right here. Between here and here, a little slight bear div with that momentum trying to push back out here on Rose. Slide this up because it's quite choppy through here, not really showing any strength. My stop is right in here. I think it's the low of this gap. A little bit of a cloud cover too. It's time for me to let this alert go. This is falling. About that. Let me drop this alert. No follow through. I want to keep hearing it. That was a good reason to close. Let's see what it does right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold out on this one. It keeps showing the intent to switch up, but it keeps failing. A little bullish divergence wouldn't hurt, right? Like, I mean, you have to look all the way back through here for that bull div. Something more local would be nice. I think that's going to be a big sell off for River if it happens. I'm just so scared of it. It's down like 7% right now. That's 15-minute back at 20 SMA. Bitcoin is selling a little bit right here. In the worst case on Bitcoin, well, I know I'm not looking at it. Okay, so we're back past neutral. Um, in the worst case for Bitcoin, I already showed you that one thing. But if we look right here, we don't want to lose. Let me switch. Oh, never mind. I can just use this. Oh, no, not this one. Not that one. Let's see. It's this right here. Don't want to lose this 200 right here. You see how it's sliding down? It's the slope. Really want to hold that. Following if it comes in here and takes that liquidity right there, that would be the thing. I know it's about 84.1 if you're on the Binance chart. All right, excuse me, just a sec. All right. Oh, look at that drop. OMG. I should not have said no on that. Hoo. Look at that drop. I should have I should have kept entertaining that. This river, because it looked like it put in 5. It was sky high. You done trimming? No. Hoo. It might. That's a long way to go to get down here, but jeez, look at that drop. Scared money don't make no money, and I was scared money. Ooh, I was scared money. I was scared money on that. Forecaster warned another big storm could be brewing as ice snow hammers hit across the U.S. So it's not over. Sir, I'm still streaming. I'm sitting here thinking about Sloppy Joe for some reason. I'm craving sloppy Joe right now. It's a terrible dinner, and it's morning. I've had some breakfast. Look at that. Keep it going. Dang it, why I had to get scared. When you get scared, them usually be the ones that hit. I was scared of dusk and it didn't hit. But it might still, like, where the stop is actually set at might be legit, but it's just not, yeah. I took that. Um I took that L right there earlier. I took that one yesterday. So it is bothering me. I'm being extra cautious. Bye, River. Cry me a river. Go on and just, I cannot sing. I hope this is not the short for Rose. I'm not gonna short this time. The short came in pretty close over here. I mean, profits are, you know, that's a lot profit right there. But it's I don't know. I didn't see a complaint with the other time frames. I mean, there wasn't one either on that river, but the bear div in here, that bear div right there. I question that bear div. I just need one more thrive, and then I would short Rose. If it pushes up into here, it's going to create another bear div. I would short that, but I would really like to see that next attempt in here. I would like to see that into that golden pocket. And that's a psychological level too. I think that's correct. Let me make sure. Yeah, that is correct. So if we just get this, that'll be great. And the market is open. I'm probably not gonna get it. But to find out. I'll go back to Bitcoin on the lower time frame. It's not looking good for Biddy. Uh, it's not looking good. It's not really falling bad right here, but it's not. It's not looking good. It's that 1 hour right now that's really, uh, yeah, it's not looking good. So it drag everything down with it. Uh, that was really, yeah, that break right there. That really was the one. No, I really didn't like that. This one right here really was the break. We were looking for a break, but dang, it's not good. So very likely that we could come down here and take out this liquidity right here. I know that there are some CME gaps in here before I go. I'd just like to say thank you to anybody who stopped by to hang out with me today too. We did manage to get a little bit of TP in here, some rolls. That's about it. And then if you weren't scared money like me, maybe you did River. I was too scared to take the trade on that one. Yeah, I was too scared to take the trade on that one. And Rose just look like it's giving back up right now. So I'm leaving my stop where it is. It'll have to drop all the way down there to take me out of that Rose trade. If not, then I can get the rest of that little profit on it. Again, I think Golden Pocket is a great place to take a short position on Rose. If it does manage to push up there, and that would be three, or at least what would that be? Three drives of bearish divergence, two drives of bearish divergence, something like that on that 1 hour time frame, which is the one time frame over here on Rose that, yeah, if it would do that, that would be two drives of bearish divergence, but it doesn't look like it's going to get up there. I like that 1 hour candle, not looking good. So, but I'm just waiting. Still got that trade open. One, two, three different bearish confirmations in here on, actually got that four. And I put the requirements in different on the red line and the white line. So it's the fact that that's matching up too. I'm still good on my short position for Bitcoin. I did take half profit again yesterday or this morning or something like that. It might have been this morning or something where I took some additional profits on it. Um, it might have been this morning, early this morning, where I took some extra profits out on this short for Biddy. Here goes the jumpy jumpy. I see a reason that I might want to take dusk if this is gonna, hold on. I see a reason that I might. I hate to be in and out of a trade like that. I know because you have to pay a little small fee to get in, a little small fee to get out. Um, I'm looking at a mean reversion again. We just dropped into that fair value gap. It looks like we could potentially hold this fair value gap right here. And if we hold this fair value gap and we push back out here, we could be doing a mean revert again, which is going to look stronger than the first mean revert that we got. So I'm going to dance. I will dance. Uh, I will dance with this. If this mean revert right here could be more legit. Fair value gap bounce. It stopped out that trade, as you can see. That would still be my reference. And from this, let's see. This could be a legit mean revert. Let's see. It's just reacting to Bitcoin more than anything. 7 minutes on that freaking candle. Come on, Dust. Follow it up with a green candle. I will hate this thing. I tell you, I will hate dusk and I never look at it again. Ever. Ever. Can you get a legit mean revert? Okay, River trying to bounce back up a little bit. Let me move this alert. Come on. Dusk, give us a legit mean revert. I don't see that. I might need to refresh on the exchange. See at 53 right now. It has to hold outside of that level as well. Uh, Above 50 is a legit mean revert. We gotta keep going, keep going, keep going. All right. With that said, market is open. I will get into the stock market tomorrow. Today just wasn't a good day. It's just coming back from the weekend. Really don't have any new data to interpret here on a Monday morning. I will get into those tomorrow on stream. I like to say thank you once again. Hopefully, this is an actual mean revert here on dusk, and then it does come up. So this one right here got stopped out. I'm gonna slide this over, and I'm gonna make it dependent upon this. I have to do it like that. Make sure I gotta slide it over again, like that. After that FFG right there. So hopefully this is a legit mean revert. It will come up. It will expand out a little bit in here. Rose, like again, if Rose can maintain right now, you got this fair value gap and you got this one in here. My stop is set at the low of this fair value gap right here, which is gonna just take me out, break even. The rest of the trade I did get block profit in as we were coming into this resistance right here that we're chopping right now. But a two drives of bearish divergence. If Rose can get in here into this golden pocket, that could be a potential short right there. You can also look for an SFP of this high right here as well. So an SFP here, potential, and that's just only if it plays out the rest of this trade setup right here. And that's a go. Bitcoin before I go. Okay, Bitcoin decided to not lose right in here. That's pretty strong of a move for it to hold on in here. Am I bullish? No, not quite. Not quite bullish. I am still holding a long position on that as well. Uh, I don't know if this wants to give an expansion or not, but I mean, it doesn't. It's not an actual squeeze. Whatever's happening, it's just the first few minutes of market open. So Don't get fooled out by that. We are still hitting the resistance in here. So it's going to take a lot for us to manage to get through this resistance. And by the time we do that, we're going to put in some bearish divergence here on this 4-hour time frame. Okay, bears are in control over here. But this was the position that we were looking to take. This is the one that we kept talking about for a while, taking this liquidity down here. But that happened on Sunday. Blah, 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 blah. As I ramble on, let me just come back here and take a look at CME real quick. Let me drop this on CME. Hide that. Let's see. Bitcoin. All right, so CME, big CME gap right here that we could be looking to get filled right here. So big CME gap there. And then we also have the CME gap that is up here. Hold on. Let me fix that. Don't have too much left on this gap right here. So I'm just gonna bring this all the way up into what's left to fill on this gap, which is that. And let me make sure there was nothing else in here that I would be poised to pay attention to. Nope, that's it. So right now we are rejecting at this gap. If we're using this 1 hour time frame here for Bitcoin, we are rejecting here at the gap. And sometimes gaps will act as resistance. So yeah, those equal lows right there, those were game. They were going to get got anyway. Those equal lows right there. But that's something to look back at. Red across the board. Red across the board there. And that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you